talk on this freedom from lies. Not the freedom, excuse me, but not feeling well, and I want to go to sleep. Let's see how far I can go with this. So first, starting from my religion, right? So again, on this, like, oh, the voices coming, they're kind of not very loud, and so I want to do my work like before, through all this, the attacks and all. This is my passion now, to do this, and things are coming. Who is the witch? The voices. Let's see if I can avoid this, or will it stop? It's repeating. It's like in a group of people, women, telling me who the Bala is, who the witch is. So, actually, I really sincerely, we had some good people in our lives, although there are bad people too, but definitely simple, good people, extraordinary, like Paulo Coelho has written in his book, can't remember which one. Simplicity is extraordinary. So, and they were really mature and never complained that, or one I know never complained that, they had been treated as maids, as a maid, things like that. And now I think I haven't matured. It's like very self-serving, but there were people back then also who were self-serving. But like at 50 or something, some of our people were very mature, and I'm not like that. Uh, it's like, it reminds me of that song, right? For my grand aunt, like, I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. Did I ever tell you, you're my hero? You're everything, everything I'd like to be. So as I was growing up, I was like wondering why I can't be like my grand aunt. I shouldn't be feeling guilty. That's just the way it was. And I tried to keep my life simple, but I guess it was in that depression, I didn't have the strength. Or maybe, but I felt like it was just so natural for my grand aunt to be so simple and never complain that she's been treated like a maid by some family members. So my mother was married, and I don't think my mother wasn't like that, uh, treating her aunt like a maid. So this, okay, uh, and things are coming. So actually, I did this, and if I complain against my country or something, it's not out of malice. I may be wrong, like suspecting wrongly because of my condition. But someone is definitely from Karachi, someone in my mother's family or father. Well, my father's family had this a little bit. I don't want to talk about it right now. It's all, but now it's that witch. Who is the witch? So now, whatever my grandmother did, it was in my childhood. Then they left for Dubai for good. It came in my mother's dream that if you want them to leave for good, this do this. Prophet Muhammad had come in my mother's dream. So some things were good, like from Prophet Muhammad, but some things were not helpful. All right, so that's whatever you believe in sometimes. But she didn't get well, so however, in this, Prophet Muhammad told her in the dream, and she told me not to tell my father in year 2000 also. She said something to me, and she said, I don't know why she had to keep it from my father, her husband. Maybe because he was obsessed, or he really truly loved his family members, and God knows. Okay, so, and he, like, whatever, later on he found out what his mother had done to me in my childhood. Maybe he didn't believe it, but he asked me to kiss her head at a wedding in Dubai after I had told him this. Okay, some of it is going to be. Let's see if I get out of this. Sorry, I can't control myself. There are some terrible people out there, not out there, but also in my family. Sorry to bring this to you here, and I have done this. You won't believe it, and I don't believe the bad people who spread rumors and hurt others. Life has been difficult for me, and they saw me in a different way. Like the previous live stream I was talking about. I don't understand these kind of people. I would never. So I would say I would never be like this, but then what happened to me and what it made me into a witch or something. Fighting a witch made me into a witch. I didn't want to fight back. I wanted to defend myself. So I'm doing this for freedom from lies. So what I found out from my religion, Islam, right, and looked at both the Sunni side also, and realized it's all false. So I'm not your enemy. That some of you have still, it was very shocking for me in that condition. Now today again, I've had anti-allergy and that rest from that hay fever and that crazy thing that happens. And I think I was given allergy through black magic or something. Now, in retrospect, at that time, I was just, oh, this is allergy, I'm good. But in retrospect now, because I've had lots of experience in being touched by black magic, I was swamped in black magic. So the schizophrenia and all this is due to black magic on me. And I took opinions from other people like spiritualists. They didn't give me their opinion, advice. So they told me there's different things, but I don't know. But what they told me, all of them, was that it is black magic, right? It's not that you are like mentally challenged for just, being born like that or becoming like that, but that is black magic on you, the effect of black magic. That's why this, and I haven't lost my mind completely. So I only did this for freedom. Like recently, also thinking, like, look at this, right? Uh, Now I did a live stream on this Surah Ahqaf ayats against polytheists, but the last part of this I forgot to mention in detail. No, about this part. Allah uses someone else to call humans or jinns, like to faith or like respond to the caller of Allah, right? And then we have in Surah Al Imran or the last verses of Surah Baqarah, like a caller is calling us onto faith, belief, so we have believed, right? So this is a caller from the human side or the jinn side. So this jinns who heard the Quran from the messenger of Allah went to tell their jinns, their community members, people. So this ayat, Surah 46, ayat 31, O our people, respond to the caller of Allah. But yet he says, do not call on anyone other than Allah or even with Allah in Surah Jinn ayat I found, 18 ayat, right? What is this? So if the Shias are going to say most of the ayats on do not call on anyone are on this, right? Besides Allah, But there is one ayat, and maybe they will say I got it out of context, but there are many other ayats like I've shown now, right? But let's see even this one, Surah Jinn ayat. But most of the ayats are like, don't call on anyone other than Allah. Or against the polytheists, it's shirk. It's calling on anyone. It is. So the Shias, how can I explain this? You see, if you look at the other ayats on polytheists also, not only calling on Allah, God has made, like it is absurd, it is unreasonable the way He's put the ayats against polytheists. And yet He uses tawassul, and that's wasila to reach nearness, no, to, approach, means of approach to Allah. So the Shias take means of approach to Allah also along with the Quran and all that, right? The five pillars. Five pillars. How many pillars of Islam are there? I've forgotten. Usul-e-Din and Furu-e-Din and all this, along with all that Tawheed, Nabuwat, belief in oneness of Allah, prophets of Allah, and so all that, right? And namaz and fasting, all that. With all that, they take Ahlul Bayt, the progeny of Prophet Muhammad also, as the Imams, especially the Imams, seeking means of approach to Allah. Or even the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, Fatima, who Sunnis also have in their source. I think Fatima is the mistress of paradise. She's one of the mistresses of paradise, along with the other Asiya, Bibi Maryam, I think Bibi Khadija, our mother. So we can do tawassul, seeking them, and also intercession through them to Allah, right? But see, Allah calls Moses, okay, to, like I said, right, Surah Taha. So all this, like against, like the polytheists, it's not properly put. Like there should be some polytheists to explain what was their belief, like properly. This Allah doesn't seem to be true also because of the way the ayats are put against the polytheists. So Shias may go on explaining to the Sunnis or the Salafis, but you need a child calls a mother for this, and it would be a bureaucracy to call on Allah. Like a child is crying, and also like, why call on Allah when Allah has given you a mother here to feed you when you're an infant and all this. So this is how my father was trying to explain to me, to explain to these Sunnis who were like one ex-friend, and say, why do you call on Ali? Like, we only, like, she was very indirect, but she was very clever to not say, she had a gift of the gap that I don't have that gift of the gap. And a very clever, indirect way. So, not like, oh, why do you people call on Ali and all this? Not like that. So, if you learn from her, it's like amazing. It's rude, right, to go to a friend or someone and say, why do you people Shias call on rude? And that's rude. So, in a very indirect way, like, you can say, you can praise yourself, your belief. I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, you can, you can, try and say, we only call on Allah, we Sunnis, or we Muslims only call on Allah. So this they find, my ex-friend must have thought this is not a rude way to tell me and to save me from shirk, because I was a Shia. right? And they are very anxious to save people from the fire of hell, their own Muslims. They would put it this way. Oh my God, I'm laughing like my aunt or someone, a little bit sounding when, in a sarcastic manner. Okay, I'm kind of scared. I'm possessed or something. And he revealed that the masjids are for Allah, so do not invoke with Allah. So here it's not min duni besides, it's even with Allah. Okay, you would say only in the masjids, and that the masjids are for Allah, so do not call with Allah anyone. And you can look at Quran.com. Thank you very much. So you can go to the settings and even set your, like this, and your language, Quran.com from this website. Okay, with Allah, right here it's with Allah, not even besides Allah. Hmm. And then what my ex-friend was telling me, when we were in O levels, and she used to come to my place at times, and even A levels, first year I was. Then I left and I joined college and inter. I went back, I went down. But anyways, this is well, she wasn't with me in college, but she was there in Karachi. She did her A levels from there, Karachi. So, you know, So when I first read the Quran, like, like only the Quran, and even in London before her, when before she came in my life, like I was 14, 15, my uncle's room, one of my brother's room that was now my uncle's son's room with his maid, uh, or something, or maybe it was when his wife was supposed to come to London, and she had an Emirati passport. I don't know what the problem was, but there should be no problem for the visa or anything. But the thing is that maybe 1980 or before she came to London, it was still my brother's room. So there was this Ahmadi Quran there. It was in English translation, and I took that, and I just wanted to read the Quran. This is the word of God, and I was really excited, like in English. So when my teacher had come to teach me the Quran in Arabic, I found one mistake, and showing him one mistake, he said, right, because the rule of Arabic, written Arabic, is something. He was telling me about the rules of written Arabic. And I showed him one mistake, and he said, you're right. And so he didn't teach me the Quran in Arabic. He said, if I find a reason, I will come back. If I don't find a reason, I will not come back. Just one mistake, and he didn't shout at me, he didn't say anything. He just very polite, nicely, gently, he said, you're right, normally. And so he went away. He never came back because he didn't have a reason for this mistake at that time, I guess, or even later. So when I found the Quran in English translation, and I took that, and I didn't even ask my uncle, because I thought, like my father brought encyclopedias and my uncle could use it and I could for me, and we just kept it there, and we left for Karachi. And so, so I was like, and this was the Ahmadi Quran. And I should have asked my uncles. I forgot a mistake I made. So I took it with myself, like, to Karachi. I should have told my uncle, my father's brother. So it was an Ahmadi Quran in English. So I was very excited to read the Quran because it was God's word. So, you know, for, like just read the Quran, right? It's God's word. And now the Shia who said to me, but why not read the Quran through Al Bayt? But why not read it like? But I gave him an answer. I said, look, here it doesn't say, Allah doesn't say in Surah, where is that Surah again? I keep forgetting. Why am I? So, Surah, what was it? what is it? Surah 4? I'm burnt. I think I need rest. And I'm moving my device. Surah 4 at 47? Oh no, this is the one where Allah gives warning of obliterating faces. 82, I think it is. You see, I showed the Shia here. This time a nice Shia came and was. Then do they not reflect upon the Quran? Do they not reflect upon whom? The Quran. If it had been from other than Allah, so first and foremost, you look at the Quran without the Ahlul Bayt. God has not said here. He has said you reflect. Do they not? Meaning you, I, others, right? So this, before going to what Prophet Muhammad has said, take the Quran with my Ahlul Bayt and you will never, never, never go astray. In his last sermon, he's announced that too, right? So what about this? So I took the Quran and I read it and I was like, and so there was a time when I came, Surah Ghafir ayat really scared the living daylights out of me. And here I was like trying against the my Shias, and I was a Shia myself. And here I could have turned a Sunni. Surah Ghafir ayat, let me go through it. I've forgotten which verse number. Ameen. Maybe third. Forgive our sins. This one. When I came to this ayat, and you see, I also got scared. Why have the and I assumed, like, I jumped to a conclusion. Have we been lied to, invalidate thereby the truth? Sees them and how, see how was my penalty? And it's very, very scary, right? And thus has the word of your Lord come into effect. So, like my ex-friend would say, be on the safe, I have to be on the safe side. Where are your imams? And then she spoke, then in year 2000, like we were direct. But then she started to say, ask me, why aren't the imams' names in the Quran? If the imams are so important, but the imams are mentioned, however, the Musa's time, and all that, and then, yeah, shouldn't it be like, so the Shias give a reason for that, that there were many enemies of Ali there, and the angels that bear the throne, and I still, Lord admit them. There's this ayat here. When I read this, long time ago, came across this. They will say, our Lord twice every cause. I was like, this is because when Allah was called upon alone. Oh, right. So we only call on Allah alone. 12. And then I think it repeats itself, the ayat. And Surah Qaf. They will, and I'm like, I had the shock of my life for this, my religion, against my religion, Shia Islam. That is because when Allah was called upon alone, you disbelieved. But if others were associated with them, so you see the association with Allah, calling with Allah, someone is association with Allah. Oh, and I was very young at that time. I must be like I don't know, like, 20, in my 20s or less, maybe afterwards, yeah, in my 20s or something, I got a shock of my life. So do the Shias not get this? Surah Ghafir at 12. Then I just turned, flipped against the Shias, and I was so scared. And then but I kept quiet. I didn't ask any alim. I didn't want to trouble anyone. I just, I don't like to. Sometimes sometimes yes, like my father, I trouble my father or my mother, but my mother less. But yeah, but not, I don't know why I kept quiet. Then I found out, oh, this is how the Shias, but here, the way it's not a different Quran. It's just the way the Shias take the Quran, and you can take it in a different way. If you're Quran only, it'll be different for you. You see, no one knows where Ali is mentioned. Shias know where Ali is mentioned indirectly. Where is Fatima mentioned? Prophet Muhammad's daughter. She's very important. She's the mistress of paradise. Kausar is like allegorically, or what do you say? The other word, metaphorically. Kausar is Fatima, they say. And the giver of Kausar is Ali. And the Yad Allah is Ali. And all this, right? So it's a different way than you put the Prophet Muhammad's progeny inside all this, indirectly. Mentioning Ali, Yad Allah, I mean, and go, oh, Ya Ali Madad is which surah? Ya Ali. Surah 1, something like this. The Shias take it in a different way. It's not that we have a different Quran. So some Sunnis in Pakistan somewhere were spreading these rumors that Shias have a different Quran. Thank God we have the screencasting. Even then, the one was saying, oh no, this is not, no, this is your Quran. So thank God for yeah. I had to copy paste here and give it to him. Even then he was like, oh, she's got a different Quran. She's a Shia. She's not even a Muslim, things like that, they say. Because of that, because I'm a Shia, like she was a Shia, and she wasn't even a believer. She wasn't even a Muslim. So all this goes on. But look at this ayat, right? Surah Ghafir. So now taking Surah Jinn ayat, and then with Allah not, and now this is called upon alone. You see here it doesn't mean with or besides Allah. That's not the problem. The problem is that when Allah was called upon alone, you disbelieved. But if others, well, Sunnis have a point taking this ayat, right? But if others were associated with him, meaning even calling them, so go to Surah Jinn ayat 12. 18. Surah Jinn ayat 18. Shias. And he revealed that the masjids are for Allah, so do not invoke with Allah anyone. And this is with this calling with Allah someone is shirk then, right? Shirk. But if others were associated with him, you believed. You got it. So yes, it's in an indirect way. If you call on anyone with Allah even, it's shirk. See, if you take the interpretation, proper and correct interpretation of Surah Ghafir, Ayat 12. Mera to, like, I was like, here, Sunnis have won, and we are wrong. Shias are wrong. But then I forgot about it. When I was doing Sunni Shia research in year 2000, I forgot about this ayat, right? And I'm like, oh, this, yes, here, ayat tathira. Yes, the Shias are right. There's one feminine male um, majority male, one. So how could it be for? So Allah turns completely in ayat at-Tathira, Surah 33, ayat 33, I think it is, right? So reading also Surah 33, ayat 33. Thoroughly purify you with thorough purification. No, mm, I think it is this one, this part. He turns, Allah turns, yeah. From you the impurity rids, O people of the house, and to purify you with the thorough purification. So you see, first he mentions the women of Prophet Muhammad, and stay in your houses and do not display yourselves, as was the display of the times of ignorance, Jahilat. Stay in your houses, the former, and establish the prayer and give the zakah and obey Allah and His Messenger. Only Allah wishes to remove. Now he turns, they say, the Shias. Because the way they explained, I looked at the Arabic words. Only Allah wishes to remove from you, the impurity, O house of the people, O people of the house. So they say that most it's male and like, it's written for male and one female. Like, you get it? This part of that. It's mostly referring to males, and this majority male and one female. This somewhere one website. It was very easy. The search they gave it to me. Maybe there's a IT who was following me in Karachi also. Like, so this ayat Shia say. How did I search it? Surah 33, ayat 33. Shia, Islam. Why is it not the wives? Why doesn't this part involve the wives of Prophet Muhammad, the women, all the women, even? But how the Shias put it, Islam, why is not, excuse me, not the wives? How the Shias take this? So we can look at Allama Tabatabai's tafsir on this. And there was a website where they gave word by word explaining the Arabic, how, it turns to me. Sunnis might say the Shias are lying and whatnot. This goes on in this religion, really. It is so sad. Another, this thing. Let's go to, I don't want to go deeply into this. I don't know why I even mentioned, but I had to just mention it, yeah. Tafsir al-Mizan. I just had enough of this religion, sorry. And the way the people, Muslims, and now, but I can't believe this. This is abroad. So many tarot card readers. The Catholics will be fuming. You people will all go to hell. Tarot card reader. And, oh yeah. The verses indicates the wives of the prophet. Then, messenger, they cannot, purity part. That's it. Oh God, this is too long. Oh, Like, how come this part? This is too long, sorry. Not right now. Yeah, I can't. I'm really tired. Last night, so many attacks. God knows what they're doing to me. One day it's this, another day the witch is that. They're trying to just preoccupy me. Maybe take my mind off the what could cause darkness in my life right now. God knows what this is. You know, this a psychologist say that it's better to get angry than to be sad, like depressed. So make her angry, or so that she doesn't feel like she's hurt. But instead of going into depression, feeling sorry for herself, it's better to get her angry. So get her consciousness, change her this thing. So like I was told that this pain of separation with the teacher was better. It helped you, not awakening, right? But it helped you to get realize what is true love. Open your eyes to true love, yeah. Awaken your eyes. So you would not get married to your cousin, right? So I said the second hell I went through, and I'm going through it, is because to awaken everyone, and to so God is using me as this instrument, whichever God this is. This is not the God of, I think, and this is not the God of Judaism or Christianity or organized religions, Islam. This is Most High, or I don't know what it is, but it's the God of some. This may not even be the creator God, because the creator is the demiurge. I found that out, and maybe Sir Pradeep Mukherjee is right. Maybe the demiurge, what they say, that Jesus Christ did not come to help save us, get us out of sin, but to help Sophia. And this creator is the demiurge. He's the devil. He's been given the power to create. For example, if you don't understand, how can a devil be given the power to create by Allah? Or sorry, by some God, a true God. God knows. But that Sophia created in this, she wanted to, or someone created it because created this. So it's a whole story behind this one. And she was given the power, a creatrix, to create. Like the Sufis say, Fatima, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, is the creatrix. Is in the Surah Fatir. We have given angels 1, 2, 3, 4 wings and more. 3 wings, 4 wings, and like that, right? So, the Fatir, the originator. Some say this, some say whatnot. Muslims, okay, Sufi Muslims. And I can't explain properly, sorry. So we go back to the shock of my life on my religion, Shia Islam. I was like, this tells you everything. That is because when Allah was called upon alone, you disbelieved. So then they explained to me, then I came across an article and a book and all this. So I got involved in in the research, Sunni Shia. And then there was the tilt towards Shia. Shia religion was the true religion, because in the sources, Sahih Sitta, there are some ridiculous, sorry to put it, Sunnis, sorry, ridiculous. It's like I would be screaming my head off. Allah, my prophet, this is not the true prophet. My aunt was right. So if you read these hadiths, it's like, what cartoon have they made? Forget the cartoon the French have made, right? But what is this? This comes from the enemy of Prophet Muhammad and Islam. The Shias are right. So then we had no choice but to kind of then afterwards, like what I have done, maybe the Shias did that same thing, right? To stick to this religion, although I'm not the first one to discover that Islam is false. There have been many, there have been one in my family or two, and I was told they were atheists, now they weren't Shias. They didn't say anything because if they had said anything, they would be executed. So I'm not the first in my family also, mother's side or my mother's community, to discover that this Islam is false. But I didn't become an atheist. But this person who's no more now, but even then I'm not going to take their name, Shia became an atheist. Parents remained, every his family, the family member remained Shias. So then the Shias, that is because when Allah was called upon alone, you disbelieved. Now, okay, so I keep forgetting this verse, but here the Sunnis have one. Do not call them. And then how come the Sunnis have istighatha, like Dr. Khalil Andani? Because because some Sunnis say no. Uh, istighatha. Oops, sorry, H. Dr. Khalil Andani. What's happening here? Oh, here it is. It's given here. It's the chapter, or this is it, right? Yes. Why Muslims pray to the Prophet and Imams. Chapter by Khalil Andani. It's the, so Sunnis have already subscribed. Why do Ismailis regularly pray to the Imams and seek their blessings in dua and tasbihs? Sorry, this is coming in the way. Many people are unaware that the majority of Muslims, including Sunnis and Shia, accept and practice intercessory. So it's called istighatha or it's called shafa, intercession, intercessory prayer, shafa, shafa or shafa, in which a person directs a personal dua, right? But some Shias, Sunnis in Pakistan, what do we call them? Orthodox? What are they? Like they are. So this ayat is for them, and they have won, and they are right, right? Look, no, this is this one. They will be told that it's because when Allah was called upon alone, you disbelieved. You see, so I've been showing you the ayats against policies. But if others were associated with him, you believed. No, this is a very seriously, how shall I, what word shall, this ayat proves that those Muslims who say against Shias and even their own Muslim Sunnis on istighatha, intercession. So intercession which should not be allowed because you call on the Imams and Rasulullah. It's like dua tawassul. Shia dua tawassul. Like the Ismailis also, and this is dua tawassul. Let me show you. This we're told on Wednesdays, it's good for Wednesdays. But you can recite anytime. Read or recite it anytime. Right? Oh Allah, I beseech you and turn my face toward you. Okay. In the beginning, it's Allah. In the name of your Prophet, the Prophet of mercy, Muhammad, may, yeah, and his household. Oh Abul Qasim. Now it's Ya Abul Qasim. Now we're directly calling on Abul Qasim Rasulullah. It is the Prophet Muhammad. His son was Qasim, eldest son. O Allah's Messenger, O Chief of Mercy, right? All this. We are turning our faces toward you, seeking your intercession. So we have to call on Him directly now. After calling on Allah, yes. But see, now it turns direct. So for the believers, now the Shia say Allah has used intercession. Intercession is allowed. But how the intercession? Calling on them? And that's what they do, calling on them to help us. This is intercessory prayer. Then why does Allah? So the Sunnis, you say, have got this ayat wrong. And then you explain this ayat, the Shias. And then some Sunnis also would say, yes, yes. This ayat is only against the polytheists. We use intercession and we can call our Rasulullah and we can call saints, our saints. Sufis will say this. But some Sunnis are bent on saying, oh, no, no, no. Let us be safe, on the safe side, not call on anyone other than. And thus, intercession is not allowed. Also, like she said, ex-friend, there's no intercession in the Quran allowed, meaning, you know, I don't know what she meant, my God. But there is on the other side, there is intercession. There's no intercession for the disbelievers and no intercession for the associates. So you call on Prophet Muhammad and Imams, calling it intercession. Istighatha for the Sunnis. And how you dodge this ayat? Tell me. See, he's Shias. I got a shock of my life. And then I've gone deep into the Shia about other ayats, and yes, this falls into place. This falls in, I'm a Shia, yes. I'll remain a Shia, right? And forgetting this ayat. So do you think Allah is fair to the polytheists? Please let me know. Sorry about my tone. Sometimes I can't help it. I know it's, I wish I could put it to you without becoming sarcastic or rude. I don't mean to be rude, but this, we humans, maybe I'm also like this. Sometimes I become sarcastic with myself also. Sorry about this. Bad habit. Bad habit. It's a habit. It's an addiction. So I apologize. So they will be told that it's because when Allah was called upon alone, let me look at alone. Even if Allah doesn't put alone here, it was enough to send me. But they say the ground left my feet. That is because when Allah was invoked, ये हक अल्लाह मरशी तुराबी, ये हक है और हक यही है, हम में है, हम में मोहम्मद मक्की है, like that. और मैं बिका नहीं. आपके वजीर आजम or someone wanted to, Prime Minister of Pakistan wanted to give me a lot. मैं बिका नहीं. मैं एलिफेंट की दरबार पर फना हो रहा हूँ. दहलीज पर फना हो रहा हूँ. Okay, you can listen to it on YouTube also. Allama Rashid Turabi ki kahani, Allama Rashid Turabi ki zabani. All this is in there. Distorted by me. Allama Rashid Turabi ki kahani. His life story. अल्लामा रशीद तुराबी की ज़ुबानी. It's there. How did I search it out? What is it? Kahani Allama Rashid Turabi ki Zabani. Tarikh Islam wa Musalman. Old Majlis. I can't find it now. It was there. Here it is. 5 years ago. Muhammad Tape Bank. MTB. Muhammad Tape Bank. Channel on YouTube. Yeah. I hope the whole. It's only 7 minutes. Well, I have. It was a whole cassette. You know, those times we had the cassette also with the CDs and DVDs were coming, but we also still we had the tape recorder and the cassette. Whole cassette is like 60 minutes, one side full, both sides. 60, 62 hours. So a little bit is here, and you can find more by searching. I think maybe you will find the whole thing, the whole kahani story from his words, his speeches, his sermons. Allama Rashid. Okay, let's go back. Because when Allah dua, from the word dua, you disbelieved. Oh my God, मेरा तो like निकल गया, जान निकल गई. So this would equate invoking other than Allah or with Allah someone. This would equate, even this ayat would equate, like you know, allegorically, and this is what it is Ali here, and Yad Allah is Ali, the hand of Allah, and it means allegorically, metaphorically, and all this. So remember, I'm doing this for freedom. Even though if my style you don't like, my tone changes, it may sound rude to you, or know that I'm doing this for freedom and not freedom from lies, not freedom that you have the freedom to hurt someone, encroach upon other people's rights, or drink alcohol or something like that, right? Or go dancing, or if you're hurting yourself, like try to be, you know, responsible for your life. And even the Western style of try not to, because if you read Jiddu Krishnamurti, what is the urgent, like even masterpieces of music and all this, these are all escapes the human beings have. He says, Jiddu Krishnamurti shows us, because urgency is to find the truth about yourself. What is the truth? That's the urgency. Not writing even masterpieces of art, music, all that is an escape from the reality, what is. You know, we're bored people or something, and or we want to be creative also. So how to be, I don't know, but this maybe I misunderstood Jiddu Krishnamurti. So first, okay, like when we do Muji, you know, pure awareness, but from here we can do creative things and all that. But anyways, it's all a escape. You see, we are not helping each other. We're moving. We're moving our faces away. Okay, we can't take it. I can't take it, right? So it's all an escape. I can't see my sufferings. I can't see another person's sufferings. We're not facing the reality. Like even Jiddu Krishnamurti moved his eyes away, face away from what was shown on TV, like the killing of animals or something. He couldn't see it. But then he had to face the truth. I mean, what is the truth? What is the truth? So we discover it. So remember, please don't misunderstand me, because sometimes my style can get very funny, strange, ironic, sarcastic, cynical. So here we don't even have the problem of min duni or ma'a with Allah when Allah puts it this way. That is because when Allah was invoked alone, wahdahu la sharika lah. Yeah, alone. See, even alone, this really, I'm emotional. Need I apologize for that? Yeah, because my religion, shaking. What has Imam Ali said? If you knew the reality about Allah, you would be shaking like a rope. Oh, you disbelieved. Oh my God. Need a look at Allama Tabatabai's tafsir on this. Right now, I just am burnt. Last night, so I'm just a little bit not going deeply into this, yeah, with you here on my live stream to help you. Muslims. So also see that shirk is associated with invoking someone with Allah, right? Do you see this? So there's another ayat that's not a very direct ayat like this one. And you would say, what? How the Shias also. I'm not saying the Sunnis are right in everything. Islam is a false religion. Please try. Don't misunderstand me. Please, for your own good. So if you're here really for the truth, so like, I wouldn't give someone a hard time, ex-Muslim a hard time, or dodge or lie or be dishonest with Allah alone. So here, the Sunni, those orthodox ones who don't take istighatha, I don't know what, Muslims, what kind of Muslims? Quran only, but she was she was pointing at some story of Rasulullah about the songs not being haram. Okay, so there's this, which ones in which God, Sunni Islam, Hanafi, or which one haram songs are not haram because this ex friend, she told me Prophet Muhammad heard a girl humming a song, and he really admired that. I don't know if she made. I've never heard of it. I I had Hussein Hakel, Prophet Muhammad's life story book. I had Martin Ling's earliest. Never heard of this. Right. So maybe it's a heresy or what. And people like to have. So some Muslims, they like to have an upper hand, right? And we're here as friends, as caring for each other. Although my tone might change, but we're here. I'm passionate and I get sarcastic and cynical, but we're here to help each other. At the end of the day, look at my intentions that you can't see. You can't see my intention. But read between the lines if you can. Oh, there are people who don't understand me, don't understand what I'm saying, even closest ones. I want to cry. It really hurt me deeply, right? My forget that, but this one was wrong with me. So people, even closest ones, turning against me. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm one of those who can't. And then there are one of those who closest to you hurt you and deceive you and put you in the dark, and they can be really mean, nasty, right? So when God gave it to them, then they were like, oh, you see, because recently, only in year 2000, when my people were not listening to what I had to say. Like, look, Shaitan has got this, that. Then they're saying, oh, you are the one. But that aunt who was abused, who has been cursing since ages, not against, Mutar called me and this and that. Yes, yeah. But now, when I wouldn't abuse, curse my enemy. That they don't remember, my own brothers and all this. With that aunt, why would you have a problem like the way they would talk? I shouldn't have a problem. And now that I curse them, becoming a witch, changing in this condition, they tell me, oh, because it's you who cursed us, that's why this happened. My wife, health problem. Can you believe this? So I can't believe it. But then I've cursed my principal. Would he curse his wife, who he loves the most? So you see, they can only see, they don't see, they can only see the out, like, I don't know what. If you've loved someone truly, would you ever? We wouldn't even complain. So they were telling me the second hell is because if God had given you your principle and you were married also, you wouldn't be doing this, helping. Like from Shakti Gwain's book, what did you learn? That this or something better will manifest for the highest good of all. For the highest good of all. Even my aunt was saying that, oh, sorry, someone was saying, no, I can't say it now anymore. That what you were, she, like, let's say if someone had an angel to help her, and the angel was saying, put her thing back behind. Don't pray for her right now. Pray for all the other people who have asked you to pray for them, who are in trouble, and they are in trouble. She's also in trouble, but put her card at the end. Why? I was like, she said, you know why? I said, yes, because I understand why. Your angel would do this. Angel to thane, jinta. I just, I just don't, जब तक सारे लोगों के अरमान. So when I used to go to the principal, now I don't have to say it, but since there's been such a mess, like I've been made a monster and the enemy wants you to think I'm the witch. I have abused you, of course, and I'm the one who abused you. Through me, they hurt me so deeply, making me curse my principal, her household, her grandchildren, her children. So you see, And there wasn't a prayer I said without her and her family to bless. Allah was dua sabah sab. When it came to please protect me, I would say, and my family and my principal and her family. And when I'd walk from college or I'm going to the tube station, seven if for seven half is your half is only half is for myself, for her also, for my principal, her family, protect her family, her things, her property. Like that. What is the other one? Uh, another name of Allah for protecting the property, self, and so I would pray in London. I would add my principal and her family also, and her property also. And look what they did to me in fighting this witch. I became a witch. Oh, so I told them not to attack her back. Now you see, from UAE, they never attacked Iran. Only defend oneself. But they said, no, well, if she attacks, there will come a time when we'll have to attack back. And you see, my aunt also told me when I came to Dubai that we need to, there is Jadoo, Sarah, there's black magic. And the enemy has put Busa in our brains, head. Busa means hay. Like nothing can grow out of our head but bad or just nothing. It's like dull, dumb. So she said, Surah Yasin says, take armor, take protection for yourselves. And I didn't, so this, and I didn't want to think about evil and black magic. And all that. So you see, when you love someone, you're like, thank God for Shakti Goen's book, Creative Visualization, and I found it in Karachi, maybe from Tariq Road or Bahadurabad bookshop, I don't know, or Agha Supermarket, where Usma Plaza, there's a bookshop. And so I read that, and in that they say, so when you love someone, you're like, yes, yes, you really appreciate, yes, this is will manifest for us, me and my principal, or happy relationship, or always like, why not principals with ex-students, family, friends we've become, and all this. But even before that, I could have gone with RBB, but I didn't. It just, God didn't want that. RBB was their friend. The Bahraini Fikris loved her like anything. They really liked her. RBB from my mother's side. So, anyhow, so this, I'm just moving, just a minute, please. So, what is it? What was the point? Yeah, so some bad things about me, my bad habits. So I want to free myself from lies and all this and be a better person and improve on my akhlaq also. But the worst came out of me. They brought the worst out of me. So, oh God, this light is too much for me. I should dim the light here. Just a minute, please. I don't want to get another headache. So I'll just pause this live stream for a while. Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting. Paused it for a while because I had to dim the light. The light also starts to hurt my head, not my eyes. so much. So this is for freedom. Where am I? The thumbnail. Let me see the thumbnail. Please remember this: freedom from lies. And this was my religion, and I'm doing this because I thought I have what I found against my religion. I can maybe now help the Muslims, my community first, my family members. Um, but like this, if they like to come, I told them this is my YouTube channel. If they don't, then they don't have to. So now I don't want to control your lives or interfere in your lives as long as it doesn't interfere with my life, right? Or anyone else. I don't like to force people to do something unless it's very urgent, like someone I see is trying to jump off a cliff or something, apartment balcony, jump off there, and I have to call the police, or if I can go and do it myself, stop them forcefully, or something, like pull them away. Use force in that way, then I have to use force in that way. Or if I can talk them out of, the suicide thing. But I wouldn't talk myself out of the suicide. So that also, and yeah, about myself, I just wish nothing existed, really. It's so terrible. So in my depressive years, there was a time I just had it. I couldn't see people. I couldn't take. I was so restless, fish out of water, for some 5 years of separation. And then this some God gave me. Shukr-e Khuda karda. So this song gives me the words that I don't have to put properly. Irani song, Geeta Irani song. I couldn't thank God enough for saving me. I was hanging on the edge also, like this image has come. So, what, shukriya, yeah, so I don't know now. Oh, but see, okay, so cut myself short. Whatever I was going to complete, I couldn't complete. Uh, and he revealed that the masjids are for Allah. So here, what would the Shia say? That maybe it's about, also in our Imam Barakas, yeah. So do not invoke with Allah anyone. Am I reading out of context? And here, Surah Ghafir ayat, right? Let's see the other. It is He who shows you His signs and sends down to you from the sky provision. Okay, before I forget, so Ya Allah, why would you do this now? So my question would be, when I looked at, why would you not ask, make it a shirk, right? It's a shirk, unforgivable, and shirk is unforgivable sin. So it's not forgivable at all. There are punishable sins, but they're forgivable. And this one is unforgivable. Invoking along with Allah someone would be shirk, right? Surah Ghafir ayat. But Allah called Musa to help. So why would he use prophets and this question also came in my mind long time ago. Like, why wouldn't he bring, like, one person, a messenger he's chosen to save the entire people? Isn't it unfair? Why didn't he reveal the revelations in our heart, in each one of our hearts? The same thing. Why only one person? Like in Judaism also. Moses, he chose Moses to save the, go to Pharaoh. Okay, now in Quran, go to Pharaoh. So you see, Allah has called Moses here. Surah Taha. I am Allah. Go to Pharaoh and save the people. So why can't we call Moses, right? This was Shia's. So Shia's no. You see, then why can't the polytheists call? Huh? Or you will be shirking if you call anyone other than Allah, along with Allah, even. So there are all these contradictions. Shias couldn't see. And when he came to it, he was called Nudiya. So you'll say this is a calling, this is not dua. But Allah called him to save the people who were under Pharaoh, enslaved. Also, that, not only that, why was, like, Pharaoh was a tyrant, he called himself God. I have chosen you, so listen to what is revealed to you. Indeed, I am Allah, there is no deity except me, so worship me. Now he's telling Moses this, and establish prayer for my remembrance. Now, this is not the only thing why Allah sent Moses to Pharaoh, right? Because Pharaoh's not worshipping me and not taking me as a deity, the only deity, Allah, as God. And so go to Pharaoh. Indeed, the hour is coming. I almost conceal it, so that every soul may be recompensed according to that for which it strives. Yeah, so for this hour, like God told me, Khuda, Most High. Oh, so I didn't finish the story. So let me now finish the story and then forget this, what I have come for. So the second hell was because everyone will be enlightened, awakened. And those who have gone now have gone. My mother, my aunts, some aunts of mine. Let him who does not believe in it and follows his lust not turn your thought away from. Okay, go to, what is that? Right. You got it? What I'm trying to say about these verses here. Allah sending Moses to save the people also, not only make Pharaoh a believer. Go to Pharaoh, indeed he has transgressed all bounds. Moses said, my Lord, expand for me my breast. Now there's another ayat, maybe in Surah Qasas, and so at least in this, where Prophet Muhammad says to Ali, "Oh Ali, you are to me as Moses was to Aaron." When he went for the Tabuk, and Ali kept Ali behind to do all the debt work and protect the women and all that, untie the knot, and appoint for me a minister from my family. So here the Shias are right. Aaron, my brother. And so Allah, if this was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, then he would say, like, so Prophet Muhammad saying, so now I've done the same thing with Muhammad and Ali. Increase through him my strength. Now you see, Moses alone cannot do it. Reinforce through him my strength. What is Azri? Strength. Kuwat. Okay, it's not the Kuwat strength, but whatever. Okay. And let him share my task, that we may exalt you much and remember you much. Is it here also? Granted is thy prayer, O Moses. Indeed. Okay. It's not here. Look. Sorry. Let's look at another ayat. Pharaoh. Pharaoh. No, wait. He has oppressed his Pharaoh has oppressed the people. Quran. Surah Qasas and Surah Araf. No. Uh-huh. Slaughtering their sons, keeping their women. So you see, Moses was not only sent to tell Pharaoh the truth about this, the caller calling us onto faith, but also Allah sent him to help the people whom he has oppressed. Here it says, indeed, Pharaoh transgressed in the land and divided its people into sections. One group of them he humiliated and slew their sons and spared their daughters. Truly he was among the mischief makers, al-Mufsideen. Yes. Oh, sorry. Al Mufsideen, yeah, Mufsideen. And we wanted to confer favor upon those who were oppressed in the land and make them leaders. This is imams. Yeah. So it's all coming from the Jewish side also, you see. So maybe he's stolen things from Huye, Ibn, I forgot, Safiya's father. Doesn't give Prophet Muhammad's birth. This Prophet. So the Sunnis questioning where the Imams' names, but the Imams here, like, there are these allegorical and you can about Imams ayats, like your Imam will give you in your right hand. Some say it's Kitab, Surah Yasin, Imam al-Mubin. The Sunnis take it as Kitab, right? It's a book, record, or something. So all this happening. And the Shias have taken it this way and that way. This other Muslims have taken it. The ayats, Quran ayats. But you see, Prophet Muhammad's life is, Muhammad's name is given 4 times. Let's see what that also says. And he wanted to confer upon those who are oppressed in the land favor and make them leaders and make them inheritors. And establish them in the land and show Pharaoh and Haman and their soldiers through them that which they had feared. Now, do you know that Haman in the David Wood, a Christian, right? So he was saying Haman and Pharaoh were not together. They were in different times, ages. So this Quran saying that it confirms what is in their book, what is given to you, so believe, otherwise I'll obliterate faces. And the Muslims come on this point that no, there's no contradiction here, there's no contradiction. Yeah? But they don't see that it is not even confirming. The Quran is not confirming what the Jews and the Christians have, what God revealed to them. So this they don't consider. But they're stuck on what I'm showing them, the contradiction. Very easy thing, you know. and they won't listen to Dr. David Wood. Or maybe even just listen, go and check what he says. When was Haman there and when was Pharaoh there? Haman was in English, Haman. In the Bible, who was he? So they're saying, I haven't checked this. Who was Haman? Haman the Agagite uh, is the Book of Esther and royal vizier and prime minister of oh Ahasuerus, king of Persia. He attempts to exterminate the Jews, but ultimately is thwarted by Mordecai, or I can't pronounce, and Queen Esther. So Haman, yeah, he's in the book, and he's called who? The Agagite. He's called Haman. But he's not with Pharaoh. Haman was the evil Persian prime minister who schemed to have the Jews killed. He wasn't at the time of Pharaoh. So this the Muslims don't consider. I tell you to help me. I didn't know you are so dishonest. Like this one also, the Australian Muslim who came here. You are too much. I had to go here, hither and thither. And I was a Shia. You can't say I wasn't. Because now I'll show you the Imam Barka here on my last name. And I don't want to do that. But you can see on my life, you see, I can put my life at risk to such an extent that the terrorists might come to Dubai and want to kill me and live in me. Right? And excuse me, you may think the Shias are not Muslims, but ask the Shias what they are. They will tell you they're Muslims. So your belief is against them. And their belief is that they are Muslims. So you shouldn't be saying that against them. Why should you say that? You may regard them non-Muslims, kafirs, disbelievers, but they regard themselves as believers, right? Muslim believers. So I was one of them, and my religion was important to me. They love Prophet Muhammad. They honor him. So Prophet Muhammad's life story is not here. Also. It's too much bombardment now. So Muslims, first of all, Haman was not with Pharaoh. So come here back to this ayat also. And Prophet Muhammad's life story is, who was Muhammad? We don't even know in the Quran. Jesus, the day he was born, the story of Mary is in the Quran in detail. So some may be taken from the Christian monk Bahira, or what Dr. David Wood says, even Khadija's cousin was Waraka. Waraka was Christian, and how this was from the Quran. So, well, they will not mention polytheists, of course. Dr. David Wood, that these ayats, some of them come from the Meccan polytheists or Jews. So, okay, what is in their favor, they will mention that, these ayats are from the Christian. Waraka was giving him as a Christian. I don't know why. And then when Waraka died, there was a break in the revelations. Why? But then the revelations came. Why? From where? And all that is not told. So some things are missing from the Christians, Dr. David Wood. Okay, so can we call him David Wood, yeah? Mr. David would. So what else is there? Muhammad. Oh, so you see here, back to Surah 4, Ayat 47. Believe in what has been revealed, confirming with that which is with you. And all the time God is saying you are lying. The Jews and Christians have distorted their scriptures, their revelations, or whatever book. But now so we Shias, like now they don't even have the book. But David Wood showed us from ayats that it's only through their tongue they twist. It can't be on one hand that they should, it's true, their books are true. Allah revealed that and guarded it. So they can't distort what is written now in their books, Bible, in the scriptures. So the Christians have explained. So go to the Christian, the experts in explaining and all this, instead of me. But it has not been confirmed that which is with you, that which is with Prophet Muhammad. So even this then is absurd before we obliterate faces. Now this I was showing. So I was on the contradiction against Surah Baqarah ayat 256. So do you at least come on, be that honest? Because then I could have gone to this. So if you think this is not a contradiction to Surah Baqarah 256, let there be no compulsion in religion, then go to every Christian who is now, he's like talking about Christian polemics. He was saying the Australian Muslim man. Please be honest with yourselves. The Christians may not be entirely honest about their scripture, right? And this, but about this they're honest, to showing that this is wrong and in favor of their scripture. But at least know this, that they are honest about this Quran, right? Okay, but how honest are you when you're blaming I can blame the Christians, right? As an ex-Muslim, and say, okay, they're partially honest. Mostly on the Quran, they're very honest. Honest, right? Sometimes slightly, but not as like you, dishonest. You are using lies and all this, excuses. And I can see it, but at least admit your dishonesty. Because the Christians are, in some ways, right? How shall I put it, right? That the Quran, you see, their scripture cannot be changed, because Allah says, my revelations are not changed, I guard them. All of the revelations and all of the revelations, and through that are the books, Torah, the Injil given to the Christian, the Torah given to Moses, and the Suhufi of Abraham also given to Abraham. So Christians were showing us that it's written. So I learned that from whoever, David Wood. So I have to thank David Wood on that. I'm not saying that I agree to everything David Wood says. I had to do my own research on it. And I couldn't work out the inheritance, sorry. The inheritance fault. Allah is, So that also is there. You haven't considered that. But here, I'm doing the hard work here, showing you just but I should know overall everything and be very fluent, because you seeing my weakness and you coming on that. But if I was eloquent, I would show you where the Christians are right about the Quran and the former revelations. So it says even in Surah, although it says an Israeli believed in this, so why don't you, but you arrogant people, you don't believe, right? But in Surah Yunus ayat, it tells your Prophet Muhammad to look into what? The former scriptures, who are reading it, and ask them if you are in doubt, O Prophet, right? Sunnis. So if you are in doubt, because Shias, I don't know if they take you to be the believers of that time. So if you are in doubt, this you is Prophet Muhammad in doubt of what we have revealed. The Sunnis put Prophet Muhammad I.e. in doubt of what we have revealed to you, then ask those asking them who have been reading this book. So by their tongue they distort the book, not by the hands. They have not written. Maybe there's ayat which says they've written, they've put words in it, they've added and all that. Those who have been, but you see, overall, if you look at it, right? So here, if you take this ayat, these ones have not even distorted what they are reading from their book, from the book given to them by Allah. And Rasulullah is being told, his name is not given here, but if you are in doubt, O Muhammad, see, about in brackets, about that which we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the scripture before you. So they haven't even distorted the scripture by misreading it, twisting their tongues, like distorting the scripture. The truth has certainly come to you. So it hasn't. And the Christians knew, the Jews knew. But if one Bani Israel or Israeli knew that this was the truth, I think he was forced or what? Because before your faces are obliterated, they were scared to death, right? They were being scared to death. Come and now believe in this. So they must have been forced, or they must have been paid hearts to bring hearts together. Arms are to bring hearts together. That ayat. So really, we can't believe in this, right? So many contradictions, and you can see it's not now. Now I could see as Shia, ex-Shia now, because when I saw it's wrong, it's false. How could that allow this? Look again, look again. Do you see any flaws? Look again. And honesty. So now these dishonest Muslims coming, if you love honesty, now I can tell who is a dishonest Muslim, dishonest person. And that's why he's stubbornly bent on, fiercely. He's this narc. Maybe a psychopath or something. If you love the truth, and if you love honesty before anyone else and even yourself, right, you would put your life in, like I have risked my life, to save my people and also save the country that is financially helping me. I could have been put in prison here, been given such a hard time. Pakistanis been saying, get angry at these people, but still, like, I have no patience. Here I am, I'm helping you people, and you want to kill me. You want to harass me until why have you said this against our prophet? Your tone was like you were insulting. See, your Allah has insulted the ones who are liars, and what has He called them? Disbelievers, worse than cattle. Meaning they've covered up, they've lied against Allah, and disbelievers are lying, knowingly lying. So, what else? Where's that against liars? Or his tongue is like out like a dog? Huh? How is Allah put it? So, Allah mocks and Allah insults them, right? So, if you don't want, see, your Allah should not have insulted them like this, no matter if they're liars or what. Tongue panting, tongue coming out, panting, tongue panting, and no, like tongue coming out. What is it? Quran ayat. How to. Oh. So your Allah should not have used these insulting ways. If He doesn't want you to insult any religion, any religious person, any disbeliever, even, He should refrain from these kind of ways to put insulting ways. If thou attackest him, he panteth with his tongue out. Yeah, like that. And if thou leavest him, he panteth with his tongue out. And someone is, you are dehumanizing me. Victim playing victim also. Your, your Allah said about those Jews and Christians, I changed them into apes and pigs, right? Pigs and apes. Why? Oh, please, Muslims. So you want? Oh, you are dehumanizing me by suspecting that I'm a bot or something. I can't even suspect, like through suspicions or my say, are you a bot? Ask you, oh, you're dehumanizing me. Ah, she's dehumanizing me. Look, do something about her channel live stream. I will complain. I will report. So this is your way and your Allah's way to put fear, threaten, give empty threats, and try to frame the person. Hmm? See, the hypocrites, they feel every cry is against them. Your Allah has the likeness of a dog. And don't let me go to the hadith. It's terrible. It's terrible. Women, you can go to Christian Prince and find out. Sunni hadith. The hadith that the Sunnis take. Women are nijas. What are they? Women are evil. Women are like dogs, right? Don't pray if a woman comes in front of your prayer mat and you're praying in front of you, your prayer is gone because they're seductive. No, because they're like dogs. They're not. What? I have to go to. I don't know. Something like this, like a Christian prince has shown that hadith. I don't want to go there. If I'm a little wrong out of context, forgive me. But a dog and a woman and what else? But if a man comes in front of your prayer mat, the same thing your namaz is. Depends. If Allah had said that, if you're a woman and a man comes in front of your prayer mat, then, or if you are a man and a woman comes in, that thing. But it's only on women, right? That's the sad part. If thou attackest him, he panteth with his tongue out. So if your Allah doesn't want, so he's insulted them like this, right? Totally like and dehumanized them. His example is whose example? Liar, Now, a liar's example, we'll have to go to Surah Alaq. Relate to them the story of the man to whom we sent our signs, but he passed them by. So Satan followed him up, and he went astray. So those who reject the signs of Allah, Satan follows them, and this happens. And if we had willed, we could have elevated him thereby, but he adhered to the earth and followed his own desire. So his example is like that of the dog. If you chase him, he pants. Or if you leave him, he pants. Example is like that of a dog, of the dog. So if your Allah doesn't want you to insult, we don't insult any religion, we don't say anything. We don't insult the people, human beings, they're humans. We don't call them hawan when we're angry. Hawan. We don't call them animals. You know, when a mother is angry at her children, she doesn't call her hawan, animal. In Arabic, no, no. We Muslims don't do that. Don't let me open my mouth. So his example is like that of the dog. You Muslims don't do that. Such is the parable of those who reject us. So come on, even your Allah doing this, right? Dehumanizing and insulting this person who doesn't believe in his ayats, and Shaitan follows him, and then he goes astray. And he's like a dog. He shouldn't have used these insulting ways. You coming here telling me that I insulted the ayat, my tone, a liar, and if I call you, you lied against me, and I can see that. I didn't do it then. Ah, you're going to give me a good ayat? Like, that's. Of course, even rascals have good things in them. Human beings who act like rascals, dishonest, even you would have some good things in you, right? They say, there's a saying, right? That even there's to talk about the rest of us. That's in some book. But, you know, even rascals, they say, have good in them, some good in them, some good. Even rascals have some good in them. But your Allah, what is the saying? How is it? How does it go? I've heard this. Even rascals have some good in them, right? Or even the bad people have some good, they see. Right? I can't find the saying now. Huh? Okay, so let me not drool over that, your dishonesty. And Surah Alaq. Allah has called this, go to how Allah abuses a Christian prince. He knows Arabic like, accurate. Surah Alaq. The first surah revealed to Prophet Muhammad, 96. Created man, look at this. Put 96 in the Quran. It should be first. And of course, I have to, my mind, So this must be my reading the Quran. Do you think I will stay like balanced? Where is it? Denies and turns away. Does he know what that Allah sees? No, if he does not desist, we will surely drag him by the forelock. A lying, sinning forelock. Let him call his associates. Where was that Arabic word? What was he called? Or is it in Surah Qalam? Qalam. 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 No, do not obey him, but prostrate. No, this is the end. Oops. What is this word he has used in Arabic? Sinner? Nasiyat. Warlock. Kadibat. Lying. Khatiyat. Where is it? Or maybe in another ayat. Allah has abused, they say. Let's see if they say it. Someone, I really call. Oh, what a illegitimate, like illegitimate. Quran ayat. Surah Qalam. Brute. On top an illegitimate child. Cruel, brute. After all that, utterly useless. Zani is not, it's an illegitimate pretender. Zanin, Zanin means bastard. Sorry, excuse me. Go to Christian Prince. He's really good at this. And your dishonesty, my goodness. I really don't know. Like, many years back when false rumors were spread, I was like, what kind of people are they? Heartless. My people, Muslims in Karachi, spreading false rumors against me. 13 to 52, so, base born means so the poor mother also. Allah has abused the mother, his mother also. And how the Muslims, there was one against, what did he say to ex-Muslim Ahmad? What, and one has come here calling me suwar, pigs like us here, who were maybe even the someone here, some other person was here, we were suwar, pig, swines. Yeah, we've taken abuse from Muslims. Oh, come on. So you can abuse back, right? Or if I like, you're giving me these ayats? Like, am I uh, mocking the ayats? Although I have, but that's on Facebook, right? But there I didn't. Like, I'm just saying you're mocking. Like, what I mean is, what do I mean by that? Good ayats you will be giving me. Hindering good, transgressing beyond bounds, deep in sin, a slanderer, going about with calumnies. Yeah, this. Heed not the type of despicable men, ready with oaths. He abused, your Allah abused this man. So no matter how bad the man may be, wicked. You see, before year 2000, I never used to say bastard. I learned my lesson from my teacher, and I wouldn't even say yar. I stopped saying shit yar also. In Urdu, yar, and in English, shit. I disciplined myself so much, separated from my teacher, however my teacher wants to be. She says, bad job, bad job. I like the Indian movie song, ud job, ud gay. Bad job, bad gay. You know, akhlaq, working on my akhlaq, maturity, name it. I had books. In that book, How to Become a Mature Person, how to become mature. There are tests I would every now and then, every month take, or every now and then, every 6 months, go back to the book, take the test. How mature have I become since last year, or since these 6 months or 3 months, like that? Test how to become mature. From Karachi, I bought that book, and in Karachi, I lived. So this now, how dishonest! I really, and those people in Karachi spreading false rumors against Muslims. So they were like this in Surah Noor ayat, right? They have no fear of God. My principal had to give in O levels. Mrs. Najma Shamsi had to give a lecture in the morning assembly that you are eating the dead meat. Oh, sorry, the meat of your dead brother by spreading false rumors, and it was about me, against me, against me. So then she gave a lecture the next time in the morning assembly we used to have in Center for Advanced Studies, Karachi. So Muslims not having fears really, and knowing God. Okay, you can say like Margot, the Westerners not having, like cursing God. So this person who believes there is a God, all right, but has no fear of God. He thinks, and he's now in the grave, and he thinks that he is what? He thought he was above God. What kind of what kind of a thing is that? Maybe Shaitan got to him. Okay, so in the West, like I'm listening to this, it's not resonating with, but little bit, like the attacks and all, the harassment. Oh, but I don't know someone coming here Muslim, because Muslims have been doing this too. In Karachi, I've seen Muslims. Like my father also was like, what kind of Muslims are these here? Jews don't kill Jews, right? They learned from the Holocaust, and what I was just thinking, I wouldn't have that kind of patience. I would go crazy. In my life, I've been worrying that I would lose my mind, go crazy. And then you people like Zalmi and uh, can come and say, "Oh, she's crazy. She's a psychopath, and you're a psycho." Or like Sharif Khan, have you been to the psychiatrist? Take your meds. Muslims like this. No fear. Oh, they have such fear of God that they are not only against ex Muslims, but against their own Muslims. And when I was a Shia Muslim, yeah, I'm sure my Muslim Shia spread false rumors against me. Not a Sunni. and Sunnis took it. So Surah Nur ayat, right? Your group of, it is from your group. Allah gives them a bamboo. See how He puts them down. Surah Nur ayat. No, thank you. I don't want to be a believer like this. At the time of Prophet Muhammad, against Aisha, like in context and all. Ah, fornic. 11th ayat. Let's start from the. No, and I would never do this. And oh, of course, I would think good of the person, or never even. If a unwanted thought, we have to say Nauzubillah, Astaghfirullah, Ya Allah, and Kul recite or something, right? I couldn't stand a negative thought against someone. How could it come in my mind, this Jetta, or this is, I, you know, I'm ashamed. I'm a Shia Muslim. How could this? I would resist it. I would try to. But then finding this out, long time ago in O levels, someone was like talking. They were talking, and I overheard them. Seniors in A levels. We also had A levels right there in that school. Mm. Someone said that Ali, Ali is Ali was involved in this rumor spreading. They didn't know about this ayat properly. And that's why the Shias hate, like, maybe that's why they thought. But do they know Ali was their fourth caliph, Rashidun? I don't know what was happening in Karachi. Anyways, there's hearsay. You won't believe what I said, and I don't even have evidence for it. Indeed, those who came with falsehood are a group among you. Do not think it bad for you. So a group among you, some Sunnis and one Sunni must have thought it's Ali. But if you do your research properly, it's not Ali who was the hypocrite, who accused Aisha falsely. It was Ubaidullah. No, Ubaidullah. No, what was his name? Ubay. Or what was his name? Oh God. Was it Ali? Hmm? Do not think it bad for you. Yeah, so it is good for you. For every person among them is what he has earned from the sin, and he who took upon himself the greater portion thereof. For him is a greater punishment. Like do you know God exists, and do you know what you are doing? My God, to these believers, I'm saying, I'm wondering, what is this? Why, when you heard it, and why, when you heard it, did not the believing men and believing women think good of themselves and say, this is an obvious loss? Now, my enemy is bent on wanting to unleaven. So I come here to help the Muslims, right? Could be the end of my time. We don't know. Want to unleaven me. They have said, believe. Uh, why did they not produce for it 4 witnesses? When Rasulullah is there, go to Rasulullah, ask him what is going on. How dare you even against his wife without asking him? You've spread this, and moreover, the believers have done it. Like, I wouldn't do this kind of a thing. Couldn't dream of doing this. When you're told, and four witnesses, you should know this, but they should have known better. And when they do not produce the witnesses, then it is they, in the sight of Allah, who are the liars. I mean, I couldn't even. How could Rasulullah even and the believers here then in Surah Tahrim, who are the liars, right? In the sight of Allah, who are the liars. So Allah calls them liars, knowing that they are liars. Oh my God, who are the liars? So these believers are the liars. Allah has called them liars. Great punishment. If it had not been for the favor of Allah, so look at your Muslims' audacity at the time when Rasulullah is there. They're not even going to Rasulullah. Rasulullah, we've heard this. What shall we do? Not that you should have thought good. Go straight to Rasulullah. What is this you are spreading behind his back against his wife, Aisha? His favorite wife, the Sunnis have evidence in their, like Aisha being his favorite wife. You would hurt him so much. How dare you even go against his wife? Believers and being believers, my goodness. Believers, not even hypocrites. The hypocrite was the one, Allah doesn't even call him out, but calls you believers liars. This charge is an obvious lie. Men and women. Why did not the believers, men and women, when you heard of the affair? I mean, how many men and women believers we don't? Allah has just generalized here. So if I generalize, you tell me here you generalize, there you don't. What nonsense! You pick every mistake of mine, every fault, wherever I faltered, or even if when I have not faltered, you try to frame me with something. How dishonest can you be? It's really when I come here to because I was a Shia Muslim, and I had someone whom I respected, admired, and looked up to, your Sunni Bastaki principal, and I felt we could not do justice to her. When some students were talking against her, I was like, how could they do this? Would you do this against your mother? Like if your mother, no, our mothers are not perfect. Like sometimes mothers can scold you, and so if your mother has, you people, you Muslims, you don't know the real. Go to the principal. Go to your mother and say, you're going to talk behind your mother. Oh, she makes promises, but she doesn't live up to her promises. Our principal. What kind of behavior is this? And you're telling your friend, and both friends are students. Like, this is disgusting behavior. Talking behind. This is backbiting. I just pass by it like, they say pass by it with dignity. I remembered my Quran ayat. Pass by anything that is vulgar or disgusting or indecent. Talk. Pass by it with dignity and say peace, peace be with you. Like that. But I thought, my God, what a disgusting, right? Muslims doing this in Karachi. Disgusting. That disgusted me. I really admired my Hindu friend in London. She said, if like I have to go and talk to my boss, that like something like, or someone like, or someone like in at workplace, that why are you why am I being treated like this, or I was like, wow, amazing. And I really admire the Christians way of coming up to me and saying that I have to tell you this, I'm really sorry, that when you talk to this teacher, I feel jealous. So I was like, this, it's really something, to bring the brave, courageous, right? Something like this didn't come from a Muslim ever. So I really admired her, saying that she's jealous. That's, and I thought that, I should. So when I watched that movie, right, Dil To Pagal Hai, after many, many years in London, I remembered, oh my God, I really admired this kind of, I remembered that Christian girl. So anyhow, it's really disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Really disgusting. And so much evil in this world. And even Islam hasn't helped to make you a good person. I would die to be a good person. I've said all those du'as of mine. Makaram al akhlaq, what is it called? Program, to be a good person. That's dua. It's a this program. It's our this thing, practice. Oh, it's really terrible, really terrible. And now we here in the West, we have this. My God. So in the West, like Western people, English, very good, really, I tell you. So in my young, oh my God, but in a Muslim country living, it's very hard. Um, it was so good. There's so much freedom. At least that, you know, I don't mean that we could go to parties, but the safety and protection I felt in London, it's like so good. And people not judging us. So, okay, there was some, okay, in the hostel, there was some rumors and all this going on, gossip. So I was like, oh my God, these, okay, some of them, but not all, yeah. And then we could live peacefully and no harassment. Like it was it was segregated. Like for men, for males, there was different rooms, but boys were there, men were there, and for girls and females, women, different rooms. We couldn't. So like in that way, it was segregated, but we had males in our hostel. So, but not in the same room as the females. I had no problem. It was so good, right? In that way, I was safe. No male would touch me like in a Muslim country, or want to touch my hand, or if we're even like buying and selling. Oh God, go to a shop and or pick up, the. But the Western, these Europeans are so good. The white people in this, they're very good. Like most of them. But having this kind of, it's so shocking, right? This is in the West too. Margot, who is going through this, like from the grave of this? Anyhow, in our Middle East and I was told there's a lot of jealousy, evil eye, and this black magic practices in the eastern part also. And you see in India also, not only in Pakistan, it's rampant. Yeah, the black magic, and it's really evil, this world. So the creator, demiurge, I believe in that he's not a good god. He's he's the devil who created, and God allowed him. I'm still thinking like what. Anyways, my weakness is there, but looking at the design of the world and cost, Amazing work, right? But we humans have created the evil or made the evil. But the creator, I don't know who to blame really. I'm not sure. So why has the creator left us alone? But other than the human beings he's created, human beings suffering a lot and doing a lot of zulm, wickedness, evil, doing a lot of evil. And there's some who are really good, very good, angelic, even higher than angels, right? So, but like, okay, the design, it's awesome. So, do you see any flaw in it? Now, I saw a lot of flaws in the creation of Allah. Your eyesight will come back. But then look at yourself. Look at the flaws we have, not in what He's created outside of us. So, He should have also made inside like beautiful, but He didn't. You see how many diseases we get? What happens to the stars, the dwarf stars? That also. And God knows that this planet and how we have, life is so fragile and unpredictable. If we can come out unscarred, some people do, unwrinkled. Some people have really. Uh, and so it would be a miracle, wouldn't it? Think about it. All these accidents, like, and how the skin heals. But if you have a problem like I had, my skin healed very late because of, I think, a zinc deficiency or folic acid deficiency. But all that I saw, and amazing that you can, your skin heals, your wounds heal on their own at times. And sometimes, like my teacher said, no, no, we need, you will need an injection for this cut. Oh, skin in the skin, cut. What injection was that? So the wounds don't get infected. My goodness. So all these things being there, all these problems, right? Being there, health problems, goodness. I don't know what this is. So I'm still searching, but there seems to be a power. It could be evil. It could be our creation of the mind. I don't know. And so I would just leave it at now for now that these religions were man-made. This one God also amazing creator, man-made, and the devil also man-made, because the devil that is in us is not in the animals. The evil things we are doing, the harm we are doing, the jealousy we feel, the harm we can do from the grave also, the harm we can do. What is this? So because the person hasn't gone, it's still God is allowing you. Margot's Most High God, she thanks, is allowing this person, spirit from the grave, to attack another spirit. Oh, sorry, another human being. Can you believe that? I mean, which God? Like, why wouldn't God protect this good human being? The other human being, they sold their soul to the devil. They cursed God. Okay? They cursed God and they thought they were greater than God. Oh, I can, in that maybe their arrogance or their ignorance or some anger towards God. So now they're harming the person through the grave. And God is allowing that. God is not allowing them to pass through. And who are they harming? They're not harming God. They're harming that poor soul who has been their victim since they wanted to victimize him, target him or her, because they had something against God. They had an issue against jealousy or something against this person. That God has given them more than God has given me. So I should, maybe it's something like that. So whatever the issue was, and also against God. Because why have you given this person more than me? It's happening in the West so much rampant. Narcissism is rampant. There's an avalanche of narcissists, avalanche in the West also. So it's really shocking. That's why I went through the video. I'm with you, people who are oppressed. So, evil, human beings can be very evil, and God not helping us. God is not even helping the innocent. And, Margot said, like, you can say, go away, go away. And the person, oh, last night I tried that. It didn't work. And now the spirit has come to tell me. So I was being attacked very much. And to tell me that, believe it, I will kill you or something like that. Believe. If you kill me, you would be doing me a great favor, and I hope I'm not stuck here, you know. Ru Batake. I want to go pass over and never harass anyone, trouble anyone. Oh God, don't let me do that. Don't let me get stuck here to harass people because I've been attacked. And then the war is on the spirit, at the spiritual, both of us. I don't want to be stuck here. So I just don't want to do bad. I just want lighthearted. Let me go to the tavern. Hafiz's poem, right? Lighthearted. So I really didn't want to hurt anyone sometimes. So what they made of me is very shocking. And they have the remote control. Very shocking. Okay, and health problems and all this. Why doesn't God help? So just believing in God, like God's power, and not believing in Taghut or the evil things that people are doing. And then, that also, like, to say that this person is doing jadoo on me and it's working would be shirk, right? Because how can the Taghut work on me? Wait a minute. So I believed in God, although I wasn't a good Muslim, like, in my prayers and ways. They say not to say these things. But I've said, so, but, to believe first and foremost, to believe in God. God is above all and He is the helper. He's the best protector, the best provider, the best helper. Ayat is there. And so if you're harming an innocent person and God is allowing that, like, why would God be allowing that? He says He allows. Without His permission, it doesn't happen. So, and He's not, and then He's created people weak, human beings weak. And then He says He wants to take away their burden, or that they're weak, so, to make life easy, facilitate. And then if anyone makes life facilitates easy, then there are Muslims who say, why are you making life easy for them? Oh, let them be like the butterfly who becomes a butterfly first, that don't help them. And it's good to help them. Or you'll be, if you help them, then you'll be an obstacle in their way. Because God wants them to learn skills, how to help themselves. God will only help those who help themselves. There's, is there a ayat? I thought God will help those who help others. Oh my God. So, all these things, I don't know what human beings are. It's really scary to see what last night, the horror, again, reminded. It's not that it's ongoing. It was very bad in Karachi, and then again, it's been like this. So, before I die, like Sikh asked me, how do you want to die? Right? So dying. I want to help people. I want to save people's lives. Although I can't save my own life because someone is after me, maybe on the spiritual level. But as I'm being attacked, I want to protect. I want to, as far as I can do this. They also make me like feel like I'm a narcissist or I don't want to save people. I'm sick and tired now. I'm too depressed. But I still come back, right? And try to save myself, although I want to give up. Uh, but no, God, I believed in you, and you can't lose against evil. You've always let my enemies win. This time, justice. Win. You're the winner. Good wins. Good. Let good win this time, and evil fail. So I really want to help. Maybe you don't believe. Who wouldn't believe in this? Only the jealous, the bad ones, won't believe. I, I'm sure those who have got me, they know that I don't have to explain to them, right? How much I mean this. Okay, thank you very much. I will leave you now. Although I didn't do the uh, intro video, I didn't play. I'll play the ending video and leave you. I leave you with the best. I wish you the best. And work for the best also. So this is what I wanted to do and work for good. And then go to the best and work for the best. But I failed. And I'm trying. But I'm trying. Failing, trying. Surely, thank you so much for your time and attention. Okay, I have to go now. I haven't ended what I started, so I will end it later. Thank you so